So folks, quick review for you. This is the hikvision 6mm Vulcan thermal camera. Price point £450 odd. Not mega expensive at all in the thermal world. It's an entry-level thermal. It's basically designed for air gunners, stuff out to maximum of 100 yards if you're wanting to anything like identify. It will pick heat signals up a lot further than that, as demonstrated here. So what we have is, I'll just give you an overview. It's 24 degrees outside, it's the middle of the day, there's full sun, there's not a cloud in the sky, hence why the tarmac road that you can see is completely glowing with black heat. Not the ideal scenario to test a thermal camera, but it gives you an idea of what it will do, even at a price point of 450 odd quid. So let me range find these cattle out on the hillside and see what sort of range they are. So it's got a built-in rangefinder, which is quite nice. How accurate it is, who knows, but I'm saying roughly, well, let's find out. 200, 250 yard maybe? 234.3 meters, whatever that is in yards. Not massive amount out, I wouldn't have thought. But at that sort of yardage, I do not think you can grumble. Yes, you don't know what it is, and if I zoom in on them, because it's a digital zoom, you've got absolutely no definition whatsoever, but you can tell A, that it's alive, and B, that it's moving, so you could stalk in on them. And there's, again, the 234 meters away. So let me just pan round to something that is less. So they are roughly 100 yards away, hay bales, and as you can see, the glowing black, simply because it's that hot outside. Let me just show you the four colours that you've got on offer. So we're on black hot at the minute, so let's just go back to white hot. So this is your white hot. So they're the two cattle out there, and these are your hay bales. Then you've got the combined, which I don't like because I just don't like it. It's just so confusing. There's just not enough clarity in anything there for me. And then you've got the red hot, which again, if you can just see it flickering there, the hottest points, it's all over the place. And for me, that's the worst one of them all, because that red is painting the inside of that animal. So yes, it's 230 odd meters away, but it's just, it doesn't need, it just doesn't need to be red. For me, it's either white or black, and possibly white in this case, because they just stand out on the hillside with the trees. Now, I have had this tested before light this morning in trees, and I did spot a squirrel. I range found it at 25 odd meters, and it picked it up soft as shit. It was sat on a tree branch. I watched it walk across the branch, and you could tell exactly what it was. So if I had a thermal scope and I was shooting there and then, I would have quite happily took that shot. So rabbits, I'm going to go out in the morning on the fields and just thermal them and see what they're like. Although it has give it hammering it down in the morning, so whether they'll be out or not is a different matter. But in the middle of the day, to be able to thermal a field, I mean, this isn't a prime example because, as I say, but you can see if there's heat signatures in there. But again, because of the temperature of the fields and tarmac and everything around it, I mean, that tarmac is glowing. So let me just show you the car tyres as well, and you'll see what I mean. So they are red hot. I'll just flick it to black as well, just so you can see the difference. can see that they're just sat in the sun basically, and they're just getting hotter and hotter. If I go around the other side, they shouldn't be as bad because it's in the shade. Or even them, I mean, they're grey, aren't they? That one's in the sun again. But as you can see, for the price point, I don't think you can grumble. There is a person walking over the far distance, where it's picked up on that hay bale. You can actually see it on the road, right in the middle of the screen there. Now there is a person, and then there's also two people right in the distance, and I mean in the distance, walking across the field, and you can just about make them out there. But again, I mean, that's got to be 300 yard, so there's no wonder that there's no clarity. But that